Hi ladies, today I'm so excited. I have Kaylee in the studio with me and we're going to talk about how you can use the Pursue God resources at home with your kids. So Kaylee, welcome. I'm so glad you could be here today.
Thanks for having me.
Why don't we just start off by just briefly describing who is in your family?
Okay. So me and my husband Sean have been married for almost 10 years and we have 3 kids. So the ages are 8-year-old, 11-year-old, and 15-year-old.
Okay, so you have kind of a range.
A wide range. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kaylee, what we want is to encourage women how to establish this in their homes, this time of like family talk, using a topic in their home to talk about God in their family. So why don't you just briefly describe what that has looked like for you and your family using the resources at home?
So we're just a busy family, taking kids, to practice and we're busy ourselves. And so, we've had to make sure to set some time aside to use the Pursue God resources. And I mean, it takes 15 to 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be a long time. So we, once or twice a week, set aside time after dinner, we sit on the couch and just pick a topic and
so will one of you go on the website and just kind of choose a topic at will, or how does that usually work?
Yeah, so sometimes we will, like Sean will pick it, or we will have my teenager pick a topic, getting our younger kids familiar with, searching on a subject to talk about, something that relates to them.
Someone selects a topic that sounds interesting, and then what happens?
And then we just watch the video and take turns asking the questions and just going through it that way.
Okay. Yeah, in our family too, same thing. One of us will pick a topic and we'll just have a conversation. I don't know about you, but a lot of times more things will come out. Like the topic is great and the questions are helpful, but we end up talking about other things, or things come into the conversation that maybe the kids are dealing with.
Right.
That maybe even I'm not aware was something they were struggling with, but the topic kind of brought it into the conversation. So have you seen that happen, and what other benefits have you found from using that time and a topic to have a conversation?
No, it has been great, and it has created opportunity to talk about a subject that one of our kids is either going through or struggling with. We had one of our kids struggling with a sin problem and wanting to fix that, and we were able to talk about situations and ways to address that issue and bring it to God, and it's drawn us closer to our kids,
which is good. And I think, all parents, that's what we want, right? Especially as they get older. So for your teenager, even more so than maybe for the 8-year-old at this point, that you need to have those touch points, because there's things coming at our kids all the time and we don't even necessarily realize.
Right.
And so to have that time where you set it aside, that you have a focused conversation, just brings you closer together, creates a trusting environment to start having maybe some of those other conversations that are really important.
Yeah, they are. Things are coming at them all the time, and it creates an environment where they can reach out to us, and we create trust and build our relationship closer.
That's awesome. Okay, so how would you encourage families out there that are like, that sounds like a great idea, I know I should be doing that, but it's just hard to get started? So what would you encourage families to do to make time in their schedule to have conversations as a family?
So I don't know, some people might be intimidated by it, but everything is done for you. So the questions are relatable to kids. They're easy to ask, and it just kind of probes them to think about what's going on in their lives and how God plays a part in those questions. So
don't you think it's good too that the video kind of presents God's truth? So because I know sometimes, like for us and our family, my kids might be like, oh, mom and dad's just preaching at us all the time. But when you watch a video from somebody else present God's truth, and then you just have the conversation, it can be a little bit safer, right? Your kids might receive it a little bit better. So what I hear you saying is, you just got to do it. Like you started by saying you're a busy family. You guys work full time, your kids are in activities, so you just have to make time for it.
So yeah, we, Monday nights work really well for us. So we have our stepson, or my stepson, he's home with us on Mondays. And so that's a good time where, nothing else is planned. And so we can just set aside that time after dinner to talk about,
and the kids,
whatever
the kids
topic.
know that that's happening, and everybody's ready for it.
Right.
And then, like you said, using the tools very easy. Watch the video together. The questions are there for you.
Yeah.
So that's great. So Kaylee, thanks for sharing your story. And I hope for others of you out there that if you're thinking, I know we need to do more as a family, that sounds like a great idea. Just start doing it. Just make it, schedule it, and make it happen. And the Pursue God resources, we have stuff for kids, for youth, for adults. I mean, it runs the gamut of any topic really you can think of. You'll find something in there. So make it happen and get that to be part of what you do in your family. And use those questions below. Have a conversation with someone, maybe with your spouse or with a friend, and maybe invite somebody else to get involved in this with you and hold each other accountable, like if you started your family time yet, and just make it happen, because our kids, we need that connection as a family, and we need to center it on God's word, and the tools help you to do that.